well. Hope you're swell. Hope you're wavy. Hope you're gravy, hope you're gravy, hope you're gravy. I make music, by the way. I make music. I'm doing a song a day challenge. Where the goals to drop a song a day. The goals to drop a song a day until the end of the year. I drop 7 songs every Friday. 7 songs. So, link in description if you want to hear what I dropped this past Friday. Link in description if you want to hear what I dropped this past Friday. I don't know if you can see this little ant. I don't know if you can see this ant just crawling here. Anyway. Ooh. I also drop clips of my music, so go to my YouTube Shorts tab if you wanna get little samples of the music I'll be making. Go to my YouTube Shorts tab if you wanna get like some clips. Yesterday I parked in this big parking lot, this massive parking lot, and when I came back I was like, where the hell did I park? Someone had to help me find my car. I was not sure where I parked. I'm just not good with remembering like details of like, I'm bad with directions and I'm bad with remembering locations. I don't know what it is, but I would have found my car by myself eventually, but it was nice to have people help me. You know what I'm saying? It was nice to have people help me. A question I've been pondering in my mind a lot is, it's not even a question, it's just more so this internal conflict. I really don't know if it's possible for me, I'll speak for myself, for me to be friends with women I find attractive. Like, I just, because then when you like, let's say you ask her to hang out like one-on-one, in my mind there's always that question of like, what is this? What's going on here? So I prefer to just not do it, not engage, because it always feels like it feels, you know, it feels strange. I think women are better at detaching in that way. I think women can be friends with guys and just be friends, but I don't know if guys can just be friends with girls. I don't know. Like, especially like if you find each other attractive. And you want to avoid sending signals, like mixed signals as well. So it's kind of, Yeah, I don't know, dude. I prefer just not to go there. Because, with a guy, if I'm friends with a dude, I can let loose, dude. I can talk about whatever. The amount of noise out here. This is why I record inside. The noise is crazy. With guys, you can be raunchy, you can tell all sorts of inappropriate jokes. I guess with girls you can do that, but the issue is when she gets a boyfriend, it stops being appropriate. It gets weird after a certain point. That's why the thought of investing in a long-term friendship with a woman, I'm like, there's gonna be that conflict at some point. You know what I'm saying? When you find a man, he's not gonna like it. If you're being transparent with him about like, hey, I've got this male friend, and your conscience will tell you like, I think we're crossing certain boundaries here. Some people are fine with that. Some people are more open. I think that's a slippery slope. I'm of the mindset that even if nothing is happening, and you're like, no, nothing will ever happen, I think it's important to make sure that there isn't a possibility. Like make the percentage of make the probability at 0% by just removing that factor entirely. You know what I'm saying? I can meet with a... Okay, if she asks me out, for example, some girl that I'm not interested in, I mean, some girl that I do find attractive, but we're not together, and it's just like a friendly thing, I guess I'll oblige, and that has happened in the past, where you're just hanging out as friends. But me initiating, there's always the thing of like, I don't know how she's gonna read this. Is she gonna see this as like oh, there's a neighbor here. There's a neighbor. The question in my mind is always like, how is it going to be interpreted? Whereas if she initiates, then it's like I don't have to have that internal conflict. Yeah, I don't know. Some might say I'm overthinking it, but at the same time, I just don't want that stress, man. I think it's easier to just not go there. If you're hanging out in groups, that's a different story, of course. It's not as intimate. Again, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the weird one. I'm okay with that. But from what I've seen, what I've observed, those sort of arrangements, they don't work out. They don't work out. Especially if the girl is in a relationship and she's got this friend who's the man, the boyfriend or the husband. He starts asking questions like, what the hell is going on here? I think it's normal. I don't think it's about insecurity. I just think it's like when you're in a relationship, you start moving differently. The rules change. You're not as free as you used to be. People want the freedom of singleness while in a relationship. It's like, no, that's not how this works. You do have to give up some things once you enter a relationship. That's the whole point of. That's why we use the word like cuffed. I don't know if people kind of think about these terminologies we use. I cuffed her. I have her locked in. What's some other phrases we use? I bagged her. I did this. I did that. Anyway, the whole point is you kind of belong to each other at that point, and there is this sense that you are. Another word is you're exclusive. Yeah. You're exclusive, which means you're excluding other people. So the question becomes, how much is too much? Even if you're single, where are the boundaries in the male-female dynamics? I don't know. Maybe I should just try and see what happens. You see, that's the thing. I don't want to experiment that way, because then something happens and it's unnecessary drama. I'm also talking about myself. I catch feelings very easily. I'll be honest with you. Might not even be her. Like I said, I think women can genuinely just be friends with guys, and it's just that. I think it's harder for men, especially like if you find her like attractive, to just be friends. I think women are very good at just compartmentalizing in that way. I think guys have a harder time. That's definitely been my experience, and that I can tell you for sure it's been the experience of many other guys that I've known. You do have those dudes who can just plow through women and feel nothing. But they are such a small percentage of that. That's not the average guy. Number one, the average guy isn't that good with women anyway that he can be doing that. That's a very small minority of men that have access to that amount of women anyway. And then even amongst that group, I'm sure some of them struggle with that. But yeah, like I said, they're a minority. The most dudes aren't doing that and aren't capable of doing that, and emotionally aren't capable of doing that. So yeah. If it was like a group, I've been in situations where I'm like the only guy in a group of girls, and there it's like, okay, we're a group, so there isn't this, it's not as intimate, so you kind of feel like there's less space to like catch feelings and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's a situation where you could be friendly with girls, and then you do something one day with a person from the group. When I was at cooking school a couple years ago, there were a lot of girls there, and they would come to my room a lot, and we'd hang out. But sometimes people aren't available, and you end up hanging out with one person. You end up going. I remember I went with this girl. What the hell were we doing? We went to this party costume shop. I don't know what we were doing. She was picking up something. Oh, I remember. I think she'd had her clothes dry cleaned, but the dry cleaning place was behind this party costume store. there's some very interesting costumes in that store. Anyway, situations like that, and I wasn't attracted to that girl either. That might also be a factor to consider. I just was not attracted to her. It's very easy to be friends with the girls you're not attracted to. But, if you find her even a bit attractive, that's when I think the issues arise. For me personally, if I find her even a little bit attractive, I like zero in. I hyper focus on her, and I don't know how to like. It's like in video games when you target lock on an enemy, and then all your attention is just on that one enemy. That's what happens with me. If I find it even a little bit attractive and we start getting close, I can end up catching feelings. I don't even know if it's necessarily a thing. I mean, I don't want to sound like I don't have discipline, but it just happens. So the solution for me is just to not engage, not find myself in those situations, so that I don't have to deal with that. Again, I'm just speaking for myself in this instance. It might not be something other people deal with, but yeah, that's just me. But, noisy ass outdoors, man. Oh, I dirtied my cards. Funny enough, I was talking about the cooking school thing when I was living alone back there. I did end up getting into a romantic engagement quite quickly with this one girl. She used to come over all the time, and we just hang out, and we liked each other. Things didn't progress to like an official relationship, but yeah, there was something there, and it's just hard. If you're attracted to the person, how do you just turn it off? I don't know how to just turn it off and be like, oh, okay, she's attractive, but okay, that's it. It's hard. Well, actually, I have, there was a girl I was attracted to. I did find her attractive, but the more I got to know her, I just saw that we would not be compatible. Just in terms of like, yeah, we were just misaligned, and I shut that down quite effectively. So I do think I am capable of like of turning that off. I guess the issue is more so like if she doesn't have those, if that misalignment isn't there, but she's not the best match. Like, like, okay, this is not exactly what I want. If that makes sense. Like, there's nothing wrong with her, but it's like, you know what you want, and she doesn't have all those qualities, but you're still attracted to her. I try my best to avoid that, because you don't want to be in a woulda shoulda situation. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been situation where you're wondering, like, what if I'd made a different choice in terms of my partner, and yada yada yada. You don't want to be in there. You also don't want to overthink. You also want to just, if you like someone, just go for it, I guess. Hey man, I'm just thinking out loud right now. This video also has to be long, so so I kind of harping on the topic. Oh yeah, female friendships are complicated. Like with like male female dynamics, they can become quite complicated. One thing's for sure, like when I get a girlfriend, get wife, I'm not out here trying to be friends with women. Just to keep it a buck. After that, like, well, it's just women get jealous. Like they say men get jealous, women get very jealous, and they pry into your business, and they look at the smallest things and like accusations start flying around. And sometimes like you be getting attitude and you don't know why. Where is it coming from? And they get very petty. So it's better just to avoid that mess. And also as a guy as well, guys. If men don't put in the necessary boundaries, men can end up doing stupid things that you know, yeah, because you weren't vigilant. You find yourself doing things you didn't think you'd be doing, but there you are. So it's better just to avoid it. Don't be in the environments where bad things can happen. If you're not engaging in risky behavior, then you don't have to have discipline. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have self-control if you're not in environments that require it. You can just be happy with your girl and mind your business. Obviously, it's important to have self-control regardless, but I'm just saying, like, why test yourself constantly? You're gonna break eventually, right? You keep testing yourself with harder and harder challenges. It's not wise. It's not wise. The planes that keep coming. I think I've done enough. It's 23 minutes. Let me get out of here. This damn plane. Thanks for watching. You know I like to pray at the end of all my videos. Dear God, thank you for this individual watching this video right now. Thank you for making them whole, unique, and guiding them on a path towards peace, prosperity, and purpose. Peace, prosperity, and purpose. Thank you for making this person, thank you for blessing this person with wonderful people in their life who love them and take care of them and bring the best out of them. Thank you for maintaining the ones who are already there to do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with a spirit of gratitude so they can give thanks for all the wonderful things in their life, and by giving thanks they can find peace and contentment and attract even more blessings. Let your presence be felt in this person's life so that they know that you're God and you're real and that you're loving them and taking care of them. Good health, long life, and happiness over this individual and everyone they care about. In my name I pray, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.